Do you see the Pistol fight as sort of your breakout opportunity on a world level?
Definitely. I'll win this, and then I'm then in line to start mixing it with the big boys in my category. So yeah, it's a massive fight. If I win this fight and do it well and win it in style and stop him or make a statement or dominate the guy, America's then going to take notice of my name as well, because obviously he's made his career over in America, and so then yeah, I'm right there mixing it with the top guys. So this is an absolutely huge fight for me, so there's no way that I can let this opportunity slip. So I'm going to be making sure I do everything I can in the lead up to it to make sure that it doesn't slip away from me. So yeah, it's a massive fight for me.
You speak about America. Nature of my job means that I actually speak to a lot of American journalists or boxing fans, and they do ask about you. You'll be pleased to know. Do you see yourself after this fight looking to make that jump, looking to make that step to America, whether it is against the likes of Prograis? I know that Mikey Garcia has now moved down.
Yeah.
And then there's also the likes of Adrien Broner, who would be an interesting fight.
I think that would be
kind
great.
of like the American O'Hara Davis.
Yeah, I don't think I could keep calm with him, to be honest. I think he would probably irritate me. Yeah, I think he would irritate me, but you never know until you're in that situation.
Yeah, he's not short of a word or
words,
two.
yeah, I know. Yeah, I don't think I'd be able to hold my tongue, or if it was close to me, I'd probably stick the head in him or something. I don't think I'd be able to contain myself. I'd probably just need to distance myself from him and to be able to handle him up close.
Do you think your experience with O'Hara Davis would help you if you went into that situation with Adrien Broner? I mean, you've dealt with somebody who is very brash and sort of outlandish, or do you think that there's just something?
I don't know. He would just take it as it comes. If he wants to act like a dick, and act like a dick. Depends how I feel as well on the day, to be honest. If I'm feeling a bit feisty and can start giving him a back, I start talking shit to him back. But I'm not really into that, to be honest. But I'd rather know. But if it comes to it and he says a few things against my skin, I'll say something back. So, but I don't know. I'd probably just prefer just to let him keep talking and then give him a good hiding on the night.
Okay, he'll sell the fight for you.
Yeah.
Did you see Adrien Broner's last performance?
I never saw any of the boxing at the weekend, to be fair. I totally switched off at the weekend. I was away at the bike racing with my dad. So I switched off from boxing for 2 days, never watched any of the boxing, went to the bike racing with my dad, and a few of my mates were racing, so I was there all weekend doing that, switching off, chilling out. But I've seen the highlights of it. Broner didn't look like his feet were moving at all, trying to do all that stuff, but just wasn't moving his feet and getting caught. Jesse Vargas looked like he was throwing a lot of punches and probably catching him more for the highlights that I've seen. But obviously ended up a draw, so I can't really say anything. I just seen the highlights, so I don't know how it went.
Just going back to that, spending the time away, because I know that's important to you, isn't it? I know you've been based in the UK for a long time, going back to your amateur days. How important is it for you to switch off? Because you're somebody who strikes me as somebody who's so focused and so sort of obsessed and addicted, as the words we used earlier, that it must be such a nice relief to be able to switch off and go away from boxing at weekends.
Yeah, it's good. It's good to break up sometimes I get a bit too overanalyze things in my training. Like, I'm not doing this right, my balance or my feet work, and I start thinking about it too much because I want to do everything right and my feet, I want to be everything perfect all the time. So then when I get wee things wrong or make wee mistakes, I start thinking about it and overthinking it, and then I start doing things even worse. So I like to just my friends go off for the weekend and do my run on the Saturday and that, and then just chill out. Don't watch any boxing, just chill out, catch up with my girlfriend, my little sister, my dog, my dad, go and take the dog a walk. Or like the weekend there, went to the racing. A few of my mates were racing on the motorbikes and superbikes, so I went there and chilled out and give them a hand. So just for a couple of days, and then come back on Monday, and I felt great. Doing everything on song. Everything was firing and I felt great, so I felt recharged. So yeah, it's definitely important for me.
Yeah, I think it is important, particularly if you, as you say, you operate at such a high level of maintenance to relax. That being said, if you were a boxer, what do you think you would be? What do you think you would have done?
I don't know, something involved in sport anyway. I was an apprentice. I started doing an apprentice mechanic sort of course right after I left school, but didn't like it. I was doing oil changes and changing tyres, things that I could do with my eyes shut anyway. And I was just bored. I just was not interested in doing that for you. I wanted to get in amongst the engines, and it was just taking too long for them to do that at college. So I left it, and then I started doing things in sport again. Started doing a sport fitness course, like doing like nutrition and health and sort of personal training and that sort of stuff. So I would have done something like that. I would have done something definitely personal training or sports development officer or something like that. Would have done definitely something involved in sports.
Another one of your stable mates, the one-armed bandit, George Groves. Have you seen much of George lately?
Yeah, he's been in the gym. He's been doing a little bit of running and that together. You know, long sort of 6 and 7 mile runs together, just sort of plods. And he's back punching now, which is great. And his jab looks pretty sharp, and he's coming on quick. You know, he's starting to punch with his left hand, and he looks pretty sharp with it. Still a little bit weak, but you know, he's looking good. And he's got good power in it. So. Yeah, he's looking good for how soon it's been after the operation. You know, he's still got a long way to go, but he's making all the right steps and he's doing it well. So yeah, he's looking good. I can't wait to see him back. Yeah.
Now I know you're not privy to the type of discussions that are involved in sorting it out, but from what you can gauge from George and Shane, do you see him, because there's a lot of confusion about whether or not the final of the World Boxing Super Series may be pushed. I mean, how's George feeling about the whole situation?
I don't know. I mean, I've not really asked him much about it, but I think they were wanting him to fight in June or something, which is it's just way too soon. You know, you can't have a shoulder operation and then fight that soon after it. So obviously he was a little bit annoyed about that, but I don't know what's going on, but I think definitely needs a little bit more time to, you know, get the shoulder back to 100%. You know, so but it will happen. The thing that will happen. It might just be pushed back a little bit. Yeah.
How did you assess his performance against Christian Bank Jr.? Because I think that was the last time I spoke to you about it.
Yeah.
The fight kind of played out how you said it would, other than the stoppage.
Yeah.
What did you make of his performance?
I thought it was brilliant. I thought it was very easy for him, to be honest. I don't think he really got out of his second or third gear. I thought he got everything his own way. He dominated with the jab and his distance, his boxing skills. His boxing brain alone was enough to win that fight, and I always knew that. And it was. The time the fight came, George was pulling with the jab, feinting, controlling him with the jab, and Eubank, as I said, was come lunging him with his big punches, and George was just stepping out of the way and going underneath him. I thought it was really easy for him, and a real great performance from, and then especially in the last round when the shoulder went, to then even start catching him with 2 and 3 uppercuts with that right hand, and I just thought it was a great performance. It was a great performance all round. Yeah.
What did you make of George and Shane's Eubank-esque pose after the fight?
Brilliant. Yeah, it was great. It was brilliant. Yeah, a bit of banter on it. Yeah, it was class.
Was that something that had been discussed before?
Well, I don't think it was. I think they just done it. I never heard any chat of it. So yeah, it was good to see it. Yeah.
With the fight kind of still yet to be finalised, do you think that the tournament, because I'm a big supporter of the World Boxing Super Series, I think it's been great, do you think the final will lose some gloss if George isn't able to compete?
Yeah, definitely will, because then it's not really the final, is it? It's you get the final, you get in a replacement, and I don't know who they'll choose. So yeah, I think it'll turn a lot of people off it. Well, not off it, but they'll not be as interested as what would have been if George was in it. But George is going to be in it, so it's going to be great. And again, I think George wins that one as well.
So that's obviously against Callum Smith. You just said that you think he wins the fight. How do you see the fight breaking down stylistically? How do you feel the two will match?
I think their styles will match pretty well. George won't be able to hang around inside against Callum Smith, because Callum Smith is very good inside for a very tall lad. He's very good at working the body inside and working up close. So again, I think George controls it with his boxing and his 1-2s and his stiff jab. I think George controls it on the outside again. Yeah.
And just finally on the World Boxing Super Series, a lot of the rumours have been about a super lightweight tournament. Heard anything about that?
Well, I've heard the rumours, just probably the same as you've heard it. There's talk about it being at my weight, so that would be absolutely awesome as well. You know, if I win this fight against against Postal, and then hopefully get into that tournament. You know, that would be amazing. But again, do I go for the world title first and that, and then go into the series? You know, it'd be amazing. But either way, if that series come along at my weight, I would love to be a part of that. You know, it's as you said, you like I love the concept of it as well. Yeah, great. Be a great opportunity for me, that one. Yeah.